Everybody, this is Jim at sp500chart.com, where we use time-honored techniques to understand modern markets. This is one of our featured daily technical analysis videos of the S&P 500 index. Before we take a look, let me remind you that the website and this video are for educational purposes only, and nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as investment advice. I control lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional, just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Okay, in principle, we got what I kind of was expecting today, but in the details, it didn't work out the way I thought. So we're going to make a change on this chart that hopefully will serve us well going into the future. And the change is pretty simple, and this is what it's based on. It's based upon the fact that we had a weak opening, and then we climbed back up and really gained about 19 points on the day. Pretty strong. But I'm thinking, well, if this broke, then why did we break and then just relentlessly keep climbing up today? That's not really what one would expect. You would expect you break, you struggle to touch this line, and then you start heading back down. So I have to look at this as objectively as I can and say to myself, maybe the markets are right and my lines are wrong. Yeah, of course, that happens all the time. We see it, and you just have to take a step back and say, okay, well then what do I do? Well, I think the best thing to do is let's just kind of correct the lines and try something else. Because I think we are going to head up to 1850. We see today, by the way, we actually got above our gap resistance back from the gap down on the 24th of January. That's a good sign. But let's just do this real quick. I'm going to go back to this low, and I'm going to draw a line right here. And we'll make that orange. Tell you what, let's make it green. Nothing else really green on the chart in this region. Now I'm going to snap a parallel to that, and oh boy howdy, as I used to know this old preacher who as a matter of fact, if I make that line perfectly parallel there, then we actually end up with, yep, that is very parallel. And now we've got a channel that is wider, has 1, 2, 3 touches on resistance, and really call this 1, 2 on support. So let's see now going forward if this is our channel. You sometimes have to just look at these things and frankly guess at it until you finally get it. I know there have been times when I think it was probably about more than a year ago, we were looking at this skinny little channel, and it was going up for like, it felt like 2 weeks. Then it broke, came down to this non-specific area. It just came down, you know, 1%, 1.5%, 2%, whatever it was, and then started going back up. And it dawned on me, well, what we actually were looking at is we were looking at a small, excuse me, why did that move? I'm just going to get rid of that. What we were looking at that particular point in time was excuse me, a narrow little channel, something like what's in between these gray lines, and that was the channel that was taking us from the larger channel bottom to the larger channel resistance. So we were going from support to resistance in this skinnier channel. Then we fell back, and then we went from support to resistance. So I'm open to the idea that we are seeing that happen here again. So really, that's it. This still becomes a bull flag between these two blue lines. It just had a little bit different shape due to what happened today. So I'm going to stick with this. This gives our inverted shoulder and head plus a flipper pattern, gives it a chance to also move on up and challenge 1850. And this pattern actually has a target around 1858. So guys, let's, if you don't mind me doing that, I'm going to make this a revision of the chart, a wider channel, and here's our bull flag. And now let's see if tomorrow, if we get on up and start to challenge. I think a good challenge tomorrow at some point would be to try to knock on 1840. So let's see if we get that tomorrow. Sort of looks like we're setting up a little sideways action here, like resistance at 1830. But once that gives way, assuming it does, then I think we should put on a pretty quick 8 to 10 points. So guys, there's your video for February 13th, 2014. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your subscription. If you are not subscribed and you're seeing this video on Sunday, the 14th, 15th, 16th, what is that right? 14, 15, no, 17th. Wait a minute, 14, 15, no, 16th. If you're seeing it on Sunday evening and you're going, gee, I sure wished I could have seen this video on Thursday early in the evening, well, you can. All you got to do is go to sp500chart.com and sign up and subscribe. Less than a cheap cup of coffee per day. That's all I ask, and you get a daily S&P video that goes into this kind of detail. So guys, thanks again for watching. Take care.